here as a wide player then? Because when you've brought him off the bench, he's tended to come up front, hasn't he? As almost like a support striker.
As an attacking option for us, whether that's wide left, wide right, behind the striker. He can go and play in any of them positions, and obviously that's one of the reasons we brought him, because we felt he can play on both sides of the park and he can play up behind the striker, you know. So, you know, to have that flexibility is fantastic, particularly when you're bringing a player like that off the bench where you want to change it in certain areas in the top end of the pitch. Well, then you have different options with him.
Celtic at home on Saturday, obviously probably the toughest opposition we will face all season here at home. How important is it that we get off to a good start, like we did back in December?
Well, I think it's really important we start the game properly against them and match them, and you know, we need to be in their face, but we also need to keep the ball. You need to, like I said earlier, when you play Celtic, when you have the ball, you've got to retain it, you know, because there will be spells in it where they have a lot of possession, and we've got to make sure that our shape is good when that happens. But also when we're in possession of the ball ourselves, we've got to utilise that and use it and keep it, and you know, go and create chances against them. You know, we've had some good games against them, you know, particularly here last year when we beat them, and the 2-2 draw at Parkhead were good games. They beat us well in the league game and obviously in the cup final, you know. So there's, you know, we know we're capable of going and getting a result against them, but you have to be at a real high level. Everything in your game has to be at that real high level, where your concentration levels, your work rate, but also your ability to go and take the ball, you know, to be brave to get on the ball, to go and play.
Obviously the cup final is irrelevant in the context of the weekend game, but to what extent do you look back at that and think, well, had we taken a couple of early chances, if we'd taken one of those, the game would have been completely different?
Yeah, you can always look back. You look back after and think, well, if Doyle scores with a header early in the game, it becomes a different game because, you know, we're leading and Celtic are expected to win it, so the emphasis changes, and that's just the way it is. And it's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. We've got to make sure that, I think one thing with Celtic, when you get chances, you've got to try to take them. That's the key with them. When you get chances again, then we've got to try to take them.